CAT 2024 is done. Finally, the moment for which every CAT aspirant has been waiting is finally done and dusted. In this video, we are going to compare a detailed insight on slot 1 versus slot 2 versus slot 3. How was CAT? Was it really very easy or was it medium? Was it difficult? Which slot was difficult? How are we going to normalize across the slots? CAT is done and dusted. What if it didn't well? It didn't go so well. What if cutoff becomes too high, right? All of that nuances. What is the answer key of CAT? How much score can you expect? At what score? What percentile do you expect? At what percentile? Which calls do we expect? Basis that call, should you go for CAT 2025 or GDPI or OMET? End to end user journey of any CAT aspirant is what we'll discuss here. Hey everyone, this is Shubham. I'm the founder of my Prepzone and an IIM Calcutta alumnus. Yes, I know IIM Calcutta has set up the paper, so there has been a lot of interest, but we took some time. We spoke to around 50 to 60 students just to make sure that whatever analysis and insight we come up with is closer to the ground versus not just what the faculty is saying. Besides that, we had four faculty. All the four faculty went, and two faculties were in slot 2, one was in slot 1, and I myself took slot 3. So based on faculties plus student response is what we have collectively prepared this. So let's move forward, right? Very first thing, how was CAT 2024 versus 23, 22, 21? I'll say CAT 2024 was nearly similar to CAT 21 because it was easier than 23, 22. And again, this is not what I am saying. All the CAT aspirants have taken CAT 2023 ka paper, 22 ka paper, and nearly everyone said the same thing. They felt the same thing, right? That's one. Second, even in terms of pattern, yes, there was a change. VRC, the toughest thing which gives you a lot of trouble, para jumble were removed. Instead, odd one out were increased, para summary was increased, and fill in the blanks were increased, right? So that's about the VA part. RCs, nearly 16 questions were there from RCs, 4 sets. This was consistent across the 3 slots. Second, LRDI, surprisingly, LRDI was relatively easier. Usually in mocks, we struggle to even attempt 2.5 sets, but this time across the 3 slots, 3 sets were doable. When I say doable, any student who is prepared, who is decent, who is good, would have been able to attempt minimum 3 sets of 4 questions each, which means 12 questions was like a no-brainer, should have been done by any good student who has been scoring around 95, 96 percentile in the exam, right? So that's about the LRDA section. Of course, good students have attempted 4 LRDA sets as well, and toppers have also attempted 5 sets, right? So we'll discuss all of that. Now coming to Quant, similar risk trend, arithmetic and algebra heavy. I have been telling the same thing in all my advanced workshops, in all my mentorship, to all the CAT aspirants. Arithmetic, algebra kar lo, leave everything aside. Same thing happened. Around 16 to 18 questions were seen across the 3 slots, predominantly led by arithmetic and algebra, and the questions were also not tough. Like I'll say 100% of the algebra was doable. If you have seen my advanced workshop, there was not a single question which was besides that. Every question, be it graph, be it anything else, was doable, barring maybe 1 or 2 questions. And same goes for arithmetic. Questions were seen, mocks mein tumne kare honge, your coaching provider would have given you. It was relatively easier, right? The only thing is, of course, when the paper changed, the D-Day anxiety and all of that kicks in, right? So of course, we are going to consider that as well while coming up with the expected percentile. Geometry ke slot 3 had 3 to 4 questions. Other slots had around 2 to 3 questions. Number system, 1 question, 1 to 2 questions maximum. Modern maths, no modern maths this time. No PNC, no probability. Yeah, I think I've covered pretty much everything, right? Focusing, double checking on the VRC part. RCs were again doable, not lengthier. Options were a little closer to each other, but again, it was doable. Nearly 3 out of 4 sets across the 3 slots were easy to read, right? Of course, there were some questions which were confusing across the 3 slots, right? Based on which we'll discuss the scores and and the expected percentile. So let's jump on to the slide for which you all have been waiting for. Okay. Sir, what is the predicted cutoff? What is the percentile? I'm sure nearly a lot of people would have already given it, but yeah, we wanted to come up with a thorough analysis, right? So I'll start with overall and then I'll move on to section by section, right? And these are the 3 slots, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. Basis my Basis our team's research and whatever we have spoken to people, I myself have given slot 3, right? So what we feel is that slot 3 was the relatively easier slot as compared to slot 1 and slot 2. Slot 1 and 2 ka level of difficulty was nearly same. Slot 3 also looks easier because slot 3 folks had an idea कि यार slot 1 and 2 is easier. They were mentally more prepared कि यार 3 sets will be doable in LRDI. Pattern has changed. There is no question of para jumble. So because they knew they had some information versus slot 1 who for whom it was decide on the go strategy, slot 3 came out to be little easier. Again, the difference is not huge, but again, if I have to weigh, right, slot 3, I'll say on a scale of 10, it was maybe 9 on 10 in terms of the easy difficulty level. Again, slot 1 and 2, if they are nearly at around 8, right? So again, 8, 9, 10 was just the proxy numbers. Don't quote me saying that paper was easy. No, of course, exam has its own stress, right? So let's read this graph. What this graph says is, see, 95, 98, 99, 99.5, 99.9 plus. As per us, the red is slot 3, slot 2, slot 1. The way to read this graph, you all are champions. 99.9 percentile, right? Nearly we see, yeah, students around 135, 130 to 135 plus score would be scoring 99.9 plus. And in slot 1 and 2, we feel it is nearly around 130, right? Similarly, you see a positive trend, which means slot 1, because it was the first slot, right? So even if the level of difficulty was at par, slot 1 will be relatively difficult because they weren't acclimatized to the pattern versus slot 2 versus slot 3. Hence, the graph is little decreasing, right? So these are the scores versus percentile. You can figure out, and also let me know in the comment if you lie somewhere in between. You want us to measure your percentile more accurately, drop your scores like VA, LRDI, Quant, and overall, and we and our team will be happy enough to say, hey, what could be your expected percentile, right? Now let's jump on to the VRC section. I think any student who has attempted 16 to 17 questions with 13 to 14 questions correct can expect around 99 percentile, which means around 14 questions right is what we are expecting 99 percentiles to be. There is slight variation, fluctuation between the slots that you can study from this graph, but nearly 40 plus ka score should give you 99 percentile. Anyone who's scoring around 33, 34 should be aiming for 98 percentile here, right? And yeah, we'll discuss answer key and all of that also towards the end of this video. Similarly, LRDA, as I said, 3 sets were doable, which means 14 questions were doable nearly in each of the sets. Any student who has just attempted these 14 questions with 100% of the accuracy can expect around 99.5 plus percentile. Of course, there are good students who would have attempted around 17 to 18 questions as well. They can expect around 99.9 plus percentile. But any student with 40 to 42 plus ka score, just attempting these 12 questions, 100% accuracy, no fiasco, should be aiming for 99.5 plus percentile, right? Besides, anyone who has attempted around 10 right questions with no negative can target 99 plus percentile. You see, this cutoff has relatively increased as compared to last 3 years, primarily because there were 5 sets. That's one. And second, 3 out of 5 sets were doable, right? Now, let's talk about Quant. Quant again was easier, similar to DLR. It was easier. Arithmetic and algebra questions were doable this time versus last year. Last year was a little difficult. This year was easier than the last year. We're expecting again 14 to 15 questions right. Should be expecting 99.5 plus. Right, around 12 to 13 questions right should be expecting around 99 percentile. That's the score versus percentile graph as per our team. Okay, now lot of you have pinged me asking, sir, what is the answer key? While we have prepared slot 3 ka answer key, we are discussing with other faculty. Slot 1 and slot 2 ka answer key is also in progress. Primarily Quant and LRDI ke questions people remember. We are finding it hard to recall, especially VRC ka answer key. So if you have any questions that came in your slot, guys, do comment your questions, whatever you recall. It will help us to come up with an exhaustive answer key. You can expect this answer key to be released by tomorrow if you are watching this video today on 24th of November, right? Specifically, if you have any question which you feel you are so anxious, like you have a lot of anxiety, you can't even wait till tomorrow, just comment which question do you want us to comment answer on, and we'll be happy to sort of come up with this answer key, right? Now, this is the most important slide. Sir, CAT is done, right? I don't know whether it went good, whether it did not go good. What should be my next step? Should I just wait for next 3 days for the answer key to come out? Basis last 7 to 8 years of mentorship, we strongly suggest this pathway for everyone. See, CAT is done, right? Based on the answer key that we'll be releasing tomorrow, calculate your score. Based on the score, we've already given score versus percentile. Based on the percentile, in the next slide, we have shown we have an AI-based tool which will predict your percentile. Again, historically, this has predicted calls basis percentile in the most accurate fashion. So go to our website, myprepzone.com. There you will see a B school predictor ka tab. Go to that, enter your profile, enter your scores and the sectional percentile, and the predictor will do its magic to give you expected calls. Based on the expected call, decide whether the calls that you're expect that the AI bot gives you is one of your expected calls, is one of your dream call. If yes, we strongly recommend next 2 days chill, but from the third day onwards, if it is 24 today, by 27 start your GDPI preparation, guys. This year we expect interviews to start little early, right? And typically January mein interviews start, and then a lot of students start panicking ki sir tayari nahi hu and all of that. So we strongly recommend yaar GDPI ki tayari shuru kar dena if you're expecting good calls. If you think कि नहीं calls नहीं आ रहे हैं, my cat didn't go well, then we strongly recommend OMET पे proper focus करो. That is left, guys. A lot of students after having a bad cat end up scoring 99, 99.5 plus in that. That बचा है अभी तो, Snap बचा है, NMAT बचा है, FT बचा है. A lot of exams are left, right? So make sure you prepare for OMET very well. Yes, there were a lot of questions. Sir, आपका ZAT का course आएगा नहीं आएगा? Guys, ZAT का quant and rest everything is same. Decision making is the only differentiator. We have already launched a very pocket friendly course, 1,000-1,500 rupees का एक decision making का course है on our website that pretty much covers everything you need to know for the decision making section. So go to our website. If you can't find it, comment on this video and we'll share the link with you directly, right? So OMET की तैयारी तो unconditionally everyone has to start. People who are expecting good calls, people who are expecting a score of 65, 70 plus can start GDPI preparation in next 3 days, right? So yeah, this was that B school predictor that our team has made. What you have to do is you have to enter your name, profile, 10, 12, work experience, whatever parameters is needed to predict your percentile, you'll have to enter it, and then the moment you submit, you will get your expected calls. Okay. You can see this B school predictor tab highlighted in the brand color purple. You just have to go there, click it, and this link will open. Our website again is myprepzone.com. If there is any friend of yours who is also having similar trouble, do share this video with as many aspirants as possible so that we can reach out to as many aspirants just like you who are really worried right now. Okay. Now, one very important question that again comes is, sir, GDPI ka prep kab se kare? Guys, our course will be launched and we'll start the course in full-fledged form right from December 2. This year we have 150 plus mentors. In the next slide, we'll release the posters. Every year by January 5 and 6, our course is logged. We don't invite any more admissions. So make sure if you're expecting good calls, start your preparation soon. You can reach out to me directly on this number. That is my personal number. You can ask about anything that you want to ask about. And the GDPI course is launched. This year it's exciting because we have also introduced AI-based GDPI tool, which will help you draft your SOPs, cover letter, resume, answers to personal HR like why MBA, tell me something more about yourself. Basis last 5 years of data of the students who have actually converted the B school. So we are also trying to inculcate AI in the GDPI. Every year, the result has been 96, 97%. You can go to our website, check out our results. And then if you have any further query, reach out to us. Yeah, these will be the mentors this year. The stats are from the last year. Last year, we had 1930 plus converts. We had 300 students, 285 ended up converting one of the dream B schools. They are currently in top B schools that they expect to be, which is nearly 96%. Even if I talk about Blackie conversion, people who had a call from Blackie, how many ended up converting the Blackie? That is also 94%. The course starts from December 2. Again, I'm highlighting so that you don't join late, you have a backlog. Course is demanding. Course will be exhaustive for sure, right? But it will cover each and everything that you really, really needed to ace your GDPI, right? I think that's all for today. The next video that will be coming very soon with is the answer key for CAT 2020 was slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video, guys. It has taken us a lot of time, research, after speaking to the students, faculty, mentors to come up with this video. We'll really appreciate you sharing this video with all your forums, and good luck. I know it will be hard on your part to sleep well tonight. You'll keep on thinking answer key kya aayega, kitna percentile aayega. But guys, all is well that ends well. Have a good sleep. Irrespective of your result, you all have worked very hard throughout the year. It's not an easy journey. It is one of the toughest exams in the entire country. So give yourself a pat on the back. Speak to your family members, speak to your friends. If you don't have anyone, speak to me, call me, right? Discuss it, and then figure out a strategy for yourself for the next 30 days. All the best. Goodbye. See you soon.